Well, hey, y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I am Susan, your hostess. We are in February 2024. It is Valentine's 2024, the month of sweethearts and love. And we're going to be talking about some trivia today, among other things. And you're going to notice that I've changed up my StreamYard a bit. I am dropping open collaborations that I'm involved in. And I'm hoping that you all will jump on board and get involved in these wonderful, wonderful open collaborations. It's a great way for your channel to get recognized out there in all of YouTube land. Y'all, there are millions of channels out there. And so when you do collaborations, you're getting your channel noticed. So get involved in those collaborations when you can. The open collaborations are wonderful because you really don't have a whole lot of structure to it. You can kind of do what you do on your channel anyway and build off of that and build off other people that are like-minded. So get involved. Last week, we had, let me go through this real quick, Rudy Iraheta, Alfonso Cimental, Badass 93 Stang, McKay 235, Bayo Sugar Garden, Life in the Piedmont, Rushing Wind Mountain, Gale Southern Living, Scratchin' Pete, PA, 49 More, Jamie's Country Living, Pallets, Pouts, Perfumes and Panning, AR Patriot 1776, Broken Hearts Ministry, Belt Loop 29, Fairbrooks Studio, Christy Betts, Tina Ladybug, Simply Vigo, The Bud Files, Helena M, Corner Clubhouse, Cobalt, CNC Farm, Odom's Homestead, Roadkill Gaming Jewelry, and I think I mentioned Fairbrooks. Yeah, I did. And Wilma 2U1 was the last one. And then our channel memberships have grown exponentially because YouTube is allowing us to do 10 free gifted memberships per month. And if you are gifted a membership, it gives you an opportunity to see a little bit of the behind the scenes or early releases of things that I'm doing on this channel, among other perks. And when you become a paid membership, then you will get that channel shout out on my community tab and on other social media. So you want to get over there if you are impressed with this channel. Now, it's not necessary to be a member of this channel. I love each and every one of you the same, but it just is a little perk for those that do offer to give me a little monetization out of this. So, let me get to our current memberships. We've had a couple of them that have dropped. They may have not dropped purposely, but I've noticed that a couple of them have dropped. Triple Threat Firearms and Defense, Lucretia TV, McKay 235, Roadkill Gaming Jewelry, Home Bartending with John, Deb Somerville, Sheila Gage, Center Hill Cards, Yorktown, The Bud Files, Katie's Kitchen, Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts, Canadian Family Life, Blackberry Rock Homestead, Helena M, Garden State So-and-So, Fairbrooks Studio, Hardneck Farms, Bayo Sugar Garden, Marketplace Boutique, Organized Confusion, Christine, Mrs. Gillum Farms are the current members, and they are listed in the description box below this live today. So I want to welcome in Rudy Iraheta, Jamie's Country Living, and Life in the Piedmont Homestead. That's Miss Tina. So welcome in, y'all. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm going to get your name written down, Tina, real quick. You will notice a little bit of a change. Nightbot will shortly start dropping different links to the open collaborations that we are going to start really pushing this year. There are 4 channels so far that I know for sure that are involved in an open collaboration. Or no, let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, 4. I think there's 4 of us. Anyway, Miss Gail with Gail Southern Living and Broken Hearts Ministry, Gail, will be on next week's live with me. We're going to go into some detail about all these wonderful open collaboration ideas that we're coming up with. And we hope that you will all jump on board and get your channels noticed out there. There is a great opportunity for you to gain watch hours and friendships through these open collaborations. So today we are going to be talking about love potions and laugh-ins and having a lot of fun with our friends at our Let's Be Friends live. I want us to build our friendships here, so you can always drop your link by using the word Hillbilly. You can drop the weather report where you're at by dropping weather and your zip code. Nightbot is good about that, so you'll be able to see those things and maybe gain some friendships along the way. We're going to get into the meaning of love. My meaning of love is God, because the word tells us simply God is love. And so we want to respect and honor God because he was the one that first created us and first loved us. Hey, Creative Beauty Butterfly, welcome in. Let me get your name on my list so that I can come back and give you some watch time sometime during the week. I do not always get to leave comments, y'all. It is a time constraint issue with me, but just know that I am going to give you some watch time. It might be one video. It might be several. I pick a number each week of how many minutes I can spend on each channel, and we go from there. Hello, Helena. Welcome in. Helena was one of the wonderful channels that has been gifted a membership. I'm super, super excited about all my gifted memberships this month and last month. I didn't know that this even existed until Kevin at Tuber Chat said something about it on one of his lives. And if you're not connected with Kevin, you need to, because that's a great way to grow your channel. Let's see. We will also do a mini devotional today, and you can drop prayer requests at any time, because I will be praying sometime during this live. I will be praying specifically for your needs. So let's get into the program. Our affirmation for today is, you will never regret being kind. Hey, the Bud Files is in the house. Another great channel, y'all. I love the Bud Files. They go on some interesting tours of museums and talk about history, among many, many other topics on their channel. They're a great family, and I really do enjoy watching all of them. And they're one of my gifted memberships. I'm so excited about that. Okay, we're going to start with some quotes, and it's not necessarily about Valentine's Day or Sweethearts Month or anything like that, but I came across these and I wanted to share them with you. Hey, Fairbrick Studio, welcome in. Another gifted membership. And 49 more is Mr. Jerry. Welcome in. And I hope my pen is not running out of ink. Okay, to live content with small means, to seek elegance rather than luxury, and refinement rather than fashion, to be worthy, not respectable, and wealthy, not rich, to study hard, think quietly, think greatly, talk gently, act frankly, and listen to stars and birds and babes and sages with an open heart, to be all cheerfully, do all bravely, await occasions, never hurry, in a word, to let the spiritual unbidden and unconscious grow up through the common. This is my symphony, William Ellery Channing. I love poets and poetry, and this quote really spoke to my heart because it kind of sums up who I am already. I don't go out of my way to be anybody special. I do live within my means. I don't live like I'm a pauper, even though we are poor. We're not rich by any means. And I dress every day as if I'm going out to a job, even though I am at a homemaker now and working our little mini farm. So I try to dress for the day. So I get up every morning and I put my clothes on and I put my shoes on. I put my makeup on, do my hair, all those things that women do to be presentable to the world. And you never know when somebody's going to pop up at your door. So it's always nice to be presentable to whoever's coming. Now, in the summertime, you'll see me in t-shirts. That's okay. I'm still dressed and I'm dressed appropriately. I don't go out to be flashy or, anything like that. So that's just a few things about me. I do like to look at the stars at night, and I like to listen to the birds during the day. And my husband always gets on me because I walk with a cane and I'm looking up at the stars if we have been to church or something at night. And I'm looking up at the stars and he says, honey, you're going to fall. But I still like looking at the stars. And I live out in the country, so I see more stars than I did when I lived in the city. The birds, I love to listen to the birds. I love in the springtime to be able to open up my windows and hear the birds outside chirping and singing their beautiful little songs. I am a very spiritual being. God created us all as spiritual beings. He gave us all a soul. And so I am a very spiritual being, and I share what I believe in. And I tell people all the time, you don't have to believe like I do. And if you don't like it, you don't have to stay. But I will share the gospel with you. And I do that on a regular basis. And I have not had very many people come at me angrily or thrusting anything in my face saying, this is wrong, you're wrong. I have actually had people being very receptive, so I'm thankful for that. Hey, Scratch and Pete, welcome in. I actually caught Pete's live the other day, yesterday, for the first time in many, many months, because I'm always busy around here and time slips by, and before I know it, his show is come and gone and I have to go and watch the replay. So I really appreciate Pete. He's always here. He's always available, and I am so thankful for him. God has removed you from the table where you used to sit in order to save you from a host who was serving you poison. Let that sink in. This really hits home today because everything we buy in the grocery store has got something added to it. Simple ingredients have now become long list of things that are put into every single product on the shelves. And I am seeking foods that God approved. So God approved foods would be organic, naturally grown, simple ingredient foods. I'm doing that for my health and my well-being. And so that quote really struck with me, that God has removed you from the table where you used to sit in order to save you from a host who was serving you poison. I have many, many autoimmune diseases now, and I believe the majority of it is from foods, but it's also from environmental pollutions and stuff like that. God did not create us to be poisoned. One of the healthiest habits to learn is to take nothing personally. Most of the time, it has everything to do with them and nothing to do with you. So right off the bat, as soon as I decided to become a YouTube channel, I made it a point that I was not going to take any comment personally. First of all, any comments coming at me is coming at my Lord and Jesus, my Savior, my Messiah. So it is his and not mine to deal with. So I don't take it personally. Now, it still hurts, it still stings, but I am not going to respond to them. There is a lot of narcissist people out there in the world, and they feed off how you react to things. And so to squash that immediately is just not to respond. Then they don't know how to deal with that, and it's on them. So just remember that they're the ones that has the issue, not you. And if you feel like you have an issue, you have someone that's coming at you that will not go away, you can block them on YouTube. So just be aware of that. Always dress like it's the best day of your life. I've already talked about this. Embrace your authenticity. Never dim your light for anyone. Walk in confidence. Cultivate healthy relationships. Take care of your body inside and out. So, yeah, I dress for success every day. I don't dress to impress, but I do dress because I feel that I feel better when I'm dressed. And I look presentable in case somebody does show up at my door. And I look presentable when my husband comes home from work. I don't want to look like I have been drugged through the woods when he comes home from work. So I'm always making sure that I look my best for him. He is my mate, my lifelong mate, and I want to stay beautiful to him in all things. And so when you walk in this kind of situation, when you put on your best face, your best, outfit for the day, and you are being authentic to yourself, and you're walking more confident. And so I try to express that in everything I do. Now, I do have some issues that I have problems with my speech. I haven't talked about this in a while, but I do have a unspecified white mass on my frontal lobe, which is your speech center. And so sometimes you'll see me just kind of stare blank, trying to search for the word that I'm looking for. So if you see that in my videos, just know that that is something I have no control over. And it is something that bothers me, but I'm not going to let it stop me from doing what I need to do. Now, one day I may end up like my mother. My mother had Alzheimer's and not be able to even carry on a conversation. So these may be videos that my daughter and my grandsons look back on. And so I'm doing that for them as well, to know that Mama was still there, Grandma was still there, and she was being who she was every single day. At some point today, God protected you from something you didn't even know was there to harm you. Oh boy. This one, I can tell you for a fact, there are many, many times I don't even have to leave my house when trouble comes knocking. God protects me. He has protected me in my vehicle many, many times from accidents. He has protected me in stores and in public places from things that were going on around me. So yes, I do have a strong understanding that God protects us. And he is protecting us daily. And before I even came on here, I was praying, and I always pray before my lives, that God would place a hedge of protection around each and every person that comes through this live today, that they would be protected from outside influences and in general just be protected. Even if you heard a bad story about me, understand this. There was a time I was good to those people, but they won't tell you that. And that one is very, very true. I have a lifelong friend of 53, 54 years that turned her back on me, stabbed me in the back, and went public with it. And I had been very, very good to her over the years. I had done many, many things for her and her children over the years, and she just kind of threw me under the bus. But I didn't dwell on that, y'all. I pray for her. I pray for her daily, and I will continue to do so because I think God is going to deal with her heart, and that it's a heart issue. Hey, Smoky Mountain Nature, that is Miss Joy. Joy and Donnie have several channels. Let's see, it's Storyteller Donnie, Smoky Mountain Nature, Smoky Mountain Blessed, and Team Jesus Ministers. I think I got all of them. And AR Patriots, welcome in. And Smoky Mountain Blessed. Y'all, you can type the word Hillbilly to drop your link, and then others can connect with you while we're doing this. I am the talking head today. Whatever you do in life, just make sure that at the end of the day, you are happy. Life is way too short for stress and unhappiness. And y'all, I went through some depression a while back, and it was coming out of that K.J.V. pneumonia and all the other things that's been happening to me for the last several years. But God has pulled me through. There's a verse in the Bible says, weeping may be for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And that is so true. Life is too short for us to dwell on the bad stuff. So let's not dwell on the bad stuff. Let's look for happiness wherever we can find it. When you can tell a story and it doesn't make you cry, you know you have healed. And I know that I've healed. I came on one of my live not too long ago and told y'all that I had found my joy again. I had found my love for living, my enthusiasm for living. And I actually started decorating for Valentine's Day for the first time in many, many years. I haven't decorated for holidays other than Christmas for many, many years. And Christmas was really hard for me to even do that because we had two loved ones that died around Christmas. And you can get stuck in that rut, where you're just mourning that person so desperately bad, and you can't move forward. And I think that's what happened to me. I got stuck. But God has moved me forward, and I have joy again, and I have enthusiasm for life again. And I've even taken down the Valentine's Day decorations, and y'all can see some of the decorations I've done for St. Patrick's Day. Now, I'm not going to decorate for every holiday, y'all, but I am going to decorate for Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day. Easter is all about the cross. I don't have to do any decorating. It's all about the cross and what Christ did on the cross. So, excuse me, I'm not going to be decorating for that. Y'all excuse me, I got a little bit of sinus this morning. Yeah, it's hard to come back out of it when you get stuck on something like that. And I actually have some videos out there, and I walk you through what I was going through those videos. I've got one more I need to put out. I haven't done it yet. I've got to find a week that I have a slot open to do it. I may do it on a Saturday. The weekends usually slow down for me on my channel from Friday to Sunday, so I don't do a whole lot on my channel on Saturday and Sunday. I do put out a video on Fridays, but I usually stick to the shorts during the weekend. And they, sometimes they do well, sometimes they don't. It's just a hit and miss with those shorts. Hey, Corner Clubhouse Cobalt. Okay, Pen, don't be doing this to me. It's taking you a little longer because you aren't lying, manipulating, scamming, or selling your soul. I don't mind still being a small channel. I really don't. I think part of the joy of the journey is learning. And I will not lie to you purposely. I will not manipulate you purposely. I am not out here to scam or sell anything to anybody. I just want to put out good content that is helpful for others. Thank you very much, Creative Beauty Butterfly. She says, Susan, so much of what you're saying was my last year. I am so happy you're coming out of that depression. Yeah, they actually said it was generalized depression. There's a box for everything. I took abnormal psychology in college. I had to take 2 courses, and by the time I finished abnormal psychology, I actually failed it the first time. I had to take it the second time because it's such a loose, broad spectrum thing. I had to take it the second time to pass the course. And by the time I finished it the second time, I could diagnose anybody walking down the street. Basically, it was just, they fit, the little blocks that they wanted to put you in. Hey, Nancy, with Our Treasured Home. That's very good. Part of the healing is being able to talk about your battles with mental health. And, God tells us that we are of a sound mind. If you're a saved person, you are of a sound mind. Now, the devil's in your ear talking, but you are still of a sound mind, and you need to believe what God's word says and not what's being whispered in your ears. Depression can be debilitating. It literally can weigh you down, and I don't want to be weighed down anymore. I want to live the rest of my life happy and healthy and giving abundantly from what the Lord has given me. And so I am working on that, and y'all see that throughout my videos, I hope, because that's who I am. That's who He created me to be, and so I want to be able to share all of that. When Elijah said, Lord, I want to die, God gave him the strength to live. Depression is real, but so is God. Anxiety is real, but so is hope. So whenever you get to that point where you're saying, I wish I was dead, just remember what God did for Elijah. He gave him the strength to live. And if He gave it to Elijah, He will give it to you. I had a lot of anxiety. I actually am claustrophobic. I was never claustrophobic until I developed all of these autoimmune things going on. And so some of it is uncontrollable. The anxiety that comes from being in an enclosed space is very, very real to me. And I will tell the doctor's office, leave the door cracked. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because if you don't, I'm going to tear the room apart to try to get out of here. So it's very, very real. We're going to get into laughter is good medicine. Now, you may not find these funny, but I thought they were kind of cute. The Bible says in Proverbs, and this is going to be our little devotional right here. In Proverbs 17:22, and I'm reading out of the King James Version, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. So my mother faithfully read the Psalms and Proverbs every day of her life. Hey, storyteller Donnie. Donnie actually does some Bible studies on his channel. He's actually a very good pastor, in my opinion. And he's able to explain the scripture in a way that you can understand it. Excuse me. I'm talking too much today. I want to show y'all now every month, well, not every month, but every season, I'm going to be changing out my tissue box. I'm no longer using the cardboard tissue box, y'all. This is that cute vase I picked up at an antique store, or the little pitcher. And I have stuffed it with my Kleenex, and my husband says it looks too Christmassy. I said it's got apples on it. It's got green on it. It's got a little holly on it. It's still wintertime. It's going to be for St. Patrick's Day. So that is our tissue box for St. Patrick's Day. And I came across that idea on Instagram, and I really liked it. I thought, that's great. I can get rid of that ugly cardboard box. You know, cardboard boxes have glue on it, and glue draws insects. And so if we can get rid of the cardboard, we're doing a good thing. Jerry 49 Moore says, I'm with you, Susan. I have been in a dark place, and that's why I've been gone for a while. Couldn't tell be my old videos, but a 5-year struggle. An old friendship recently came back in my life and has helped me. Well, Jerry, welcome back. We're so glad that you're back. Believe it or not, we do notice when you're gone. I'm missing Tarsha. Tarsha hasn't been on here for a while with Triple Threat Firearms and Defense, and I see her occasionally on Instagram. She'll post something there. I think it has to do with her line of work and what her videos are about that's kept her off of here. But I don't want her to stay away. I love her. Just like I love Jerry and all the rest of you. I have a fondness for y'all, and I truly, truly love you in my heart because you have become my friends. Jerry says, starting back exercising next week and threw away 9 different medications yesterday, down to 4 oral meds a day. That's wonderful, Jerry. I need to get out and exercise because I'm getting flabby because I've lost so much weight. We're so glad that you're back. Y'all make sure you're checking out all of these open collaborations that are dropping. Get involved. And I see that Christy has come in the house. Welcome in, Christy Betts. Let me get your name on the list. Don't forget, if you've got a prayer request, you can drop it, and I will try to catch it and write it down. You may have to drop it more than once if I don't see it, because I usually will say, I see this prayer request. And Alfonso is in the house. Welcome in, Alfonso. And I do slow down the chat just a little bit. I don't want to do it for a minute. I do it for 10 seconds just so that I can see everybody's comments as they roll by. Okay, Valentine funnies and laughter. I'm married for love, but the obvious benefits of having someone around to find your glasses cannot be ignored. That's Cameron Esposito. Isn't that the truth, though, y'all? I had my glasses. I set my glasses here sometimes when I don't have my little chain on them. And I'm in the truck the other day with my husband, and I'm like, where are my glasses at? Where are my glasses? Because I usually set them on top of my head. And he says, they're right there. And I'm like, right where? I had my hand here. I wasn't touching my neck. He says, right there on your neck. I'm like, oh, no. So, yeah, it's good to have somebody that can find your glasses for you. Love thy neighbor, and if he happens to be tall, debonair, and devastating, it will be much easier. Mae West. Mae West was really funny. My mother used to talk about Mae West. She was in a lot of W.C. Fields movies. For you younger folks that's never seen those, they are hilarious. She actually drug her mattress out into the middle of a road and was laying on it. And as the cars were passing by, she said, why don't you come up and see me sometime? She had a great sense of humor. Very voluptuous woman. And W.C. Fields was very well known for his obrigado speech and that big honker of a nose that he had. Thank you, Joy, for putting those out. Yeah, you can drop your links at any time. Don't be shy about it, because that's what we're all about. We want to grow together. I love being married. It's so great to find that one special person you want to annoy the rest of your life. Rita Radner. And she was such a funny lady. Yeah, my husband annoys me all the time, and I love him to death for it. So, yeah, you have to learn to laugh at yourself and laugh at others. And don't be afraid to laugh along with others when they're laughing at you. Hey, Rudy, I welcome you back in. And I think I missed somebody. Let me see. We got Fairbricks in the house. I got you down. Okay, I think I've got everybody. If you love them in the morning with their eyes full of crust, if you love them at night and their hair full of rollers, chances are you're in love. Miles Davis. Women don't wear the rollers to bed anymore, or the face cream and all that stuff. At least I don't. But yeah, the crusty eyes in the morning really get me, because I think we all wake up with that. And it's just funny. You can love somebody no matter how bad they look. I love you because you're almost exactly like me, and I'm the best. Yes, yes, yes. I'm the best, y'all. I'm the best. I'm the best me I can be. Love is a two-way street, constantly under construction. Hey, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts, welcome in. Got your name down? Love potion. There is no scientific pill for that. Did y'all know, that vanilla is the world's most popular scent? I didn't know that. So when I run out of perfume, I think I'm going to go in there into that big, huge bottle of vanilla extract that I got from Lazy Days Ahead and dab a little bit of that behind my ears and see if that creates any love attraction to my husband. I think that would be fun just to play with and see what he thinks. We're going to get into some Valentine jokes, y'all. Why did the skeleton break up with her boyfriend? Anybody have a guess? Why did the skeleton break up with her boyfriend? Her heart wasn't in it. Skeleton, no heart, corny, but it was funny. How do vampires know if they had a successful Valentine's Day? If it was love at first bite, of course. This feels like dad jokes to me. What do y'all think? Who always has a date on Valentine's Day? I bet y'all never guess this one. Who always has a date on Valentine's Day? A calendar. What did the pickle say to the other? You mean a great deal to me. Get it? Deal? Pickle? What Valentine's flower gives the most kisses on Valentine's Day? Hey, Jamie, welcome in. I got you down on the list already. She was here early. What Valentine's flower gives the most kisses on Valentine's Day? Can y'all guess? It's not roses. It's tulips. Tulips. Donnie said it right. We love them when we're young because we're in love. We love them when we're older because we know them. Absolutely. Yeah, the pickle joke is good. What did the man with a broken leg tell his Valentine? I have a crutch on you. What did the muffin say to the other muffin on Valentine's Day? I'd be muffin without you. Life in the Piedmont. I got you down. I'll make sure I haven't missed anybody. What do you call someone sick on Valentine's Day? Yeah, Nancy, I want everybody laughing today. What do you call someone sick on Valentine's Day? Lovesick. Those two, I'm telling you, they keep me occupied all day long. What did the farmer give his wife on Valentine's Day? Hugs and kisses. He didn't give her hugs. He gave her hogs. Hogs and kisses. What kind of flowers you should never give on what kind of flowers you should never give on Valentine's Day? Cauliflowers. You don't want to give cauliflowers, although they're kind of pretty. Okay, we're going to talk about love and friendship. A good friend knows all your best stories, but a best friend has lived them with you. Oh my goodness. Yes, that is very, very true. And you can have a great time with your friends. There's nothing wrong with that. We're going to get into a little bit of Valentine's trivia. And I want y'all to answer the questions. I'm going to give you three choices, and you're going to pick one of them. Hey, Butler Family Farm, welcome in. You can also let me know in comments what you think about this new way I'm doing the lives, if you are enjoying it or not. On average, how many times does your heart beat a day? 50,000 times, 100,000 times, or 200,000 times? How many times a day does your heart beat in a day? I'll wait for the answer because my heart's going pitter-patter, pitter-patter, pitter-patter. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter. How many times a day does your heart beat in a day? 50,000, 100,000, or 200,000? Jamie said C. Well, that's wrong. Butler, that's not the number I gave. 86,400. That's close, but that's not it. Joy got it. Yay, Joy. It's 100,000 times a day. Hey, Nana, welcome in. 60 times 60 times 24. You better watch it. If Rudy comes in the house, he'll be having you answer number questions. Okay, number 2. According to the National Confectioners Association, how many cocoa beans does it take to make a pound of chocolate? 750, 400, or 9,000? According to the National Confectioners Association, how many cocoa beans does it take to make a pound of chocolate? Joy's cheating over here. She had the answer already. 750. Nope, not 750. So we got 400 or 9,000. Butler family says mine beats less than 60 per minute. Wow. 750 is not the answer. 9,035 is not the answer. 400, Life in the Piedmont, Miss Tina. Yay. It's 400, y'all. It takes 400 cocoa beans to make a pound of chocolate. What state has the town of Valentine? Texas, Tennessee, or New York? What state has the town of Valentine? Texas, Tennessee, or New York? It's going to be a fun one. It's not Tennessee. I wish it was. Tennessee, we have Moscow, we have Paris. That's just 2 of them that I could think of right off the top of my head. It's not Tennessee. Now I've got to eat a Reese's peanut butter cup, Christy said. Texas, right, Jerry? Butler family came in with Texas also. Texas, Valentine, Texas. Romance is linked to Valentine's Day due to the medieval belief that mating season of what animal begins on February the 14th? A deer, a possum, or a bird? Romance is linked to Valentine's Day due to the medieval belief that the mating season of what animal begins on February the 14th? A deer, a possum, or a bird? $400. That was the last. Birds, right? Butler family. That's correct. Make sure that you are on the live chat because you'll get behind on the top chat. It is a bird. They believe that the mating season of birds began on February the 14th. But if you raise chickens, you know mating season is every day, especially if you got roosters out there. Oh, boy. We have very active roosters, let me tell you. They've got a lot of ladies to take care of in that yard. It wasn't a possum. Frank Sinatra, Judy Garland, and Elvis Presley all got married in what U.S. city? New Orleans, Las Vegas, or Paris, Tennessee? Frank Sinatra, Judy Garland, and Elvis Presley all got married in what U.S. city? New Orleans, Las Vegas, or Paris, Tennessee? Isn't that the truth? Raise them, so I knew that one. Christy said her rooster is getting more active. Me too. Crazy. Las Vegas. Yes, Las Vegas. Paris, Tennessee is actually where my mother is from, y'all. She was born and raised in Paris, Tennessee. And they do have the Eiffel Tower there. A few years back, my husband and I went up there and had pictures taken underneath the Eiffel Tower. Had a great time out of it. It's also the catfish capital of the world, Paris, Tennessee. Let's see. Which month is designated as National Candy Month? Is it June, February, or December? National Candy Month. Which month is it? June, February, or December? We're going to be opening up the panel soon, y'all. I hope somebody will come up and join me on panel today. Butler Family Farm says every day for me. Creative Butterfly said December. It's not December, y'all. So you've got June or February. Jamie's Country Living gets it. Ding, ding, ding. It's June. It's also the month of love and the highest month for marriage. How many candy hearts are in a box of sweethearts? 24, 48, or 36? How many candy hearts are in a box of sweethearts? 24, 48, or 36? Anybody know? You know, those little candy hearts that have the little sayings? 36 is correct. Tina gets it. Yay. 36 is great. I wish there was 48. I kind of like those little candy hearts. I didn't get any this year, though, y'all. On what day is National Candy Day observed? February the 14th, December the 25th, or November the 4th? Hey, Wilma, to you. Welcome in. On what day is National Candy Day observed? February the 14th, December the 25th, or November the 4th? National Candy Day. November the 4th is the correct answer. So November the 4th is correct answer for that. Don't know why, but that's the day it is. Joy said Donnie is working, or he would be answering some of these because we just did trivia on our live stream a couple of weeks ago. I took his glasses so he was not giving away the answers. Christy said, that's my son's birthday. National Singles Day is commemorated annually in which month? September, March, or July? National Singles Day is commemorated annually in which month? September, March, or July? What are you pacing for? Come on. Y'all hang on a minute. I'm going to have to move my table. You got to turn around so Mama can pick you up. There we go. National Singles Day, y'all, is in September. How many lines are in a sonnet? 72, 14, or 144? How many lines are in a sonnet? 72, 14, or 144? Would you outside? Would you outside? You went outside. And the correct answer is Christy Betts and Jamie got it. It's 14. That's the end of the trivia. The funny side of life. I tried looking at the bright side of life, but it hurt my eyes. Want to laugh all day? Buy some ducks. So, and that last one is mine because those ducks that we have are hilarious to watch throughout the day. Um, they play all day long, and it's so funny to watch them. If I pour water on the ground, they go immediately to the ground and start digging for worms. It's hilarious to watch them. Our animals remind us of why we're called humans. Isn't that the truth? Our animals, and we love them dearly, but they do remind me daily why I'm called a human and not an animal. Remember, you chose your mate. That's the last of those, y'all. Let me get this. I want all the farm life. We have all kinds of indoors. Yeah. My 2 little dogs and our cat, we love them dearly, but they're like having perpetual 18-month-olds in the house. And there is the link if anybody wants to come up. Christy said, I'm going to be nice on that one. Although I've known some people in my lifetime that could have probably been an animal. Oh, my goodness. So did y'all enjoy that? Next week, let me look and see what I've got down for next week. I don't remember. I have to figure out where I got to go to look. Next week, we're going to hopefully have Miss Gail come up. We're going to talk about all these open collaborations and what we're doing. And I hope that y'all will come back and check that out. But next week, we're going to be Nothing Sweeter Than You. Let's Be Live. That's the title of it. And we're going to close out the month of February with that. I'm already celebrating St. Patrick's Day in my house, y'all. I've taken down all the Valentine's stuff. The only thing left is the beautiful bouquet of flowers that my husband brought me for Valentine's Day, which I wasn't expecting. Hey, Carlene Basser, welcome in. And Rudy's in the house. Welcome back, Rudy. So we're going to be talking about Nothing Sweeter Than You. And we're going to discuss more, have some more trivia and discuss more meanings of love. And then we're going to be talking about the open collaborations. So that's going to be next week. And I will open the panel up to Gail next week. Oh my goodness. Alfonso, that's funny. We had a dog destroy a love seat completely all the way to the ground, and it was a mess. This was back in 2013. Jamie said, my daughter had a guinea pig named Kiwi. Hey, home bartending with John. He also was one of the lucky winners of the free membership. Anybody want to come up on the panel? Let me drop that link again. We had a good conversation at the very beginning of this live. And if y'all missed last week, it was really good with Belt Loop 29. Mr. Gary came on. He gave us some important information about you being a YouTuber. He's very helpful in that aspect. I really enjoyed the time spent with him. And I was so glad that he actually caught the live. I would love to have Kevin with Tuber Chat come up and chat with me sometime. So he's always got an open invitation if he's got time. Christy Beth says we had guinea pigs growing up. Cha-Cha would squeal when she heard the fridge open. My dogs come running every time they hear the fridge open. Or they see me get a glass out of the cabinet, because when I get a glass out of the cabinet, I'm getting some of my fresh raw cow's milk, and they absolutely go gaga over it. So they always get a little bit of that. It's good for them. It's good for their bones and gut health and all that stuff. So Carlene says, I'm taking a little break from packing. Yeah, packing can be a bore. I missed the cheese wrapper comment. I'm going to have to go look. Yeah, they were talking about it at church the other day. I mentioned it, or my husband had mentioned we went and got some raw cow's milk. And one of the men says, I remember raw cow's milk and having the taste of bitterweed in the milk. He says after a while you got used to it and you just drank it. And I thought that was hilarious, because it is true. You occasionally will get that taste of that bitterweed in there. But when you separate the cream from the milk, you don't have that taste anymore. And then when you make butter with the cream, you don't have that taste anymore. So somewhere in that cream is where that bitterweed hangs out at. Yeah, and it's very, very healthy for us. Unlike what they try to tell us, that you need it pasteurized and all this other mess. No, God created it a certain way for a reason. Yeah, if the Dotson who was asleep on the other side of the house, if he heard the cheese wrapper, he'd come running. It does make the milk a little bit on the bitter side. And it makes very, very good butter. I always make my butter and freeze it. So I may lose a little bit of the good enzymes in that, but it helps me out. And I've got quite a collection in my freezer because we don't go through it that quickly. No, excuse me. So we have got a good crowd here today. We've had 23 come through the chat so far. That's very, very good. And I'm only an hour in, y'all. I need somebody to come up on panel. Anybody want to come up? If you got a collaboration going on, you want to come up and talk about it, or you're involved in somebody's collaboration, or you're thinking about a collaboration, you're always welcome to come up and talk about it. Garden season is just around the corner. So garden season, we could talk about gardening. And I actually won seeds from Ashley at C&C Farm for her birthday. I'm waiting for them to come in the mail, and then I'm going to share those with everybody. I'm going to whip my husband if we don't get a good garden in this year. We have struggled since we've been on this property to have a good garden. Now, 1 year before I started doing the YouTube channel, we had a very good garden. It was a small garden, but it was very good. But our problem is our chickens free range. So they will eat everything in sight, and they will eat it all the way down to the nubs. And we've got Tina coming up.
Hi.
Hey, Tina.
I felt bad for you. You seemed lonely, so I thought I'd jump on.
I'm always lonely.
Hey, everybody. I did a live yesterday with Gail on Archer. We did dual streaming. Because
Awesome.
both her and I are needing watch hours. Hers for the Broken Heart Ministry, and then a lot of the people who were on the chat yesterday are in this chat. But I was expressing, like, YouTube took 2,000 hours away from me at the beginning of the year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I'm starting. It was terrible, but it's all good. But I felt bad, so I thought I'll come up and say hey to you.
Well, you're more than welcome to come up. I wish I could let you share this one out, but I'm not a paid.
Oh, you're fine. I guess I know Jamie was asking too, and I guess I should get a hold of the person who's doing the back of label collaboration.
Yeah, I've got that listed.
Luann.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that, Susan?
Well, I'm actually going to do a video on that. I've planned out my videos till June. Now, whether
You're
or not
good.
I follow my plans or not, that's another question. But I have started. I'm going to be rotating through all of these open collaborations. We're going to talk about this more next week. But yeah, it's a back of the. Just about every package in the store has some kind of recipe on it.
I see.
And so you pick something that you use and do the recipe on the back of the label. And that's your video. So I think it's a great idea. She's also doing gelatin pudding recipes. So it could be Jell-O, it could be pudding, it could be a combination, it could be a number of things.
Yeah.
I've got all kinds of Jell-O recipes that you don't see anymore. That goes back to the 70s and 80s. I'm giving away my age, y'all.
Well, no, but like I have grandma's recipes. So yeah. My internet may be a little glitchy today. Everybody's home working on it.
Thank you, Andy's Journeys. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate that so very much. That is such a generous thing for you to do. Thank you so much, my friend. Just gave me $20, y'all.
Well, what a blessing that is, huh?
That is a blessing. Let me show that on the screen because I don't know how to pop it up. I don't know how to do all the fancy stuff. It's going to come up here eventually. I don't know how to do all the fancy stuff like Kevin does.
I'm just learning StreamYard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm thankful Gail's been a great big supporter of me.
Yeah, Gail is a sweetheart. She is very many channels.
Yes.
If I can get it to go back over to the other one, we'll be okay. Yeah. I can't see my chat right now.
You're fine. I wanted to just pop in and keep you company for a few minutes.
Well, I appreciate that. That was so sweet. That was totally unexpected. So thank you very much, Andy.
That's very kind.
Very,
he's
very
from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Right. Chattanooga. I love Chattanooga. I don't get to go there very often.
I've been through Tennessee twice, but only have stayed in Nashville. Never explored anywhere else because I live in Virginia. So I pass through Nashville on the way to Virginia.
So if you,
hey, Alfonso.
We got Alfonso coming up.
I'm good, Alfonso. How are you?
Hey, Tina, how are you?
I'm good.
Hey, I need something to tell you, Susan. Lorenzo, my chicken, he got in trouble in school the other day. He got expelled.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We got a bunch coming up.
Hey, I just want to tell Tina, if you make a master playlist and put all your videos in a master playlist, then it's easier for somebody to play your list. I'll play your whole list for you. But
you're so kind.
I won't do it if it's in 5 different things, because it takes too much time for me to come back, and I can play it, turn on my other screen, and put the sound on low, and then just let it play. I don't have to actually sit there and watch the whole thing, but I'll play your list. But you got to have a master list.
Yeah, I actually started one. I have like 20 some videos under Piedmont in that, and I have 140 videos, so I have to put a whole bunch more over there.
Yeah, I recommend you name it master list.
Okay.
That way people know that's your master list, and they just go in and click on your master list, and they can play the whole list. And I do that for lots of people. Well,
I appreciate that. Gail's the one who told me that as well. So I started working on it, and then it just takes a lot of time to get all those videos over, right, Jerry?
If you go in there and you put it in several different lists. If you have your master list up and you go into the video itself, you go down where it tells you click on which list you want to put it in. So you make a master list, just click on the master list also, so you can have like a 3 or 4 different lists at one time.
I did not know that. I was adding one video at a time.
No, yeah, you just go in and click, and put them all on the master list.
Well, thank you so much for that tip. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and once you get it done, let me know, and I'll just go ahead and play it for you. So I don't know. I don't understand why you lost 2,000 hours at the end of the year, because it's a rotating whole year thing. So I don't understand how that happened unless you just hadn't watched it for a while, because you lose hours every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lose a
I
gallon.
was really shocked, and it was explained to me that every year they deduct hours if you don't meet the required hours
Yeah,
for
that's not true.
monetization. They just start deducting.
No, that's not true. They do is you lose what you've been doing it for YouTube for a whole year. It's a rotating year thing. So whatever you did a year ago today, hour wise, you'll lose that tomorrow. So every day you'll lose hours if you're over a year long for every hours you've made for the day.
So maybe that's it, because I really didn't get serious about this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you
I-
go
Yeah,
in,
'cause I've been
I've
floating
done
around.
lots of stuff. I'm sorry, I've done lots of stuff with Belt Loop, and we've done studies together and stuff. And if you go in and you look at your yearly thing, you can see on your analytics. You go in your analytics and you look at your the whole year, and then you go on where it has a list there. Look at the date, today's date. That will tell you at the very, very beginning. That'll tell you how many hours are coming off.
Okay.
So you have to make that many hours more for that day now, so it doesn't drop. It just keeps going up.
Okay.
If that makes sense. If it doesn't, you let me know. I can come on. I can bring you up on a back after hours thing, and I can show it to you.
Oh, you're kind. Thank you.
Make more sense to you, and you'll understand it, because that's how I got my hours. Because I was getting close to my year thing, and I was going to lose 500 hours, and I started doing all kinds of lives and stuff, trying to bump my hours up so I get monetized before I lost all those 500 hours.
Yeah, I wish that, but that's okay. I know now. That's why Gail and I are doing our lives every Wednesday together to help each other out.
Okay. Well, let me know when you have your list, then I'll play it. I'll just play it all the way through.
I will do that. Thanks, Jerry.
No problem.
Yeah.
I want to welcome in KP Heathen and Christy Betts. You do not have to pay StreamYard to be on panel. So you don't have to pay StreamYard to be on panel.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop down,
Susan. I'll leave the studio.
Thanks a lot, Jerry. I appreciate you being here.
No problem.
Thanks, Jerry. Good
Bye-bye.
to see you, Alfonso.
Always
Good to see
enjoy
you, Tina.
getting good information.
Thanks,
Alfonso's
Susan.
been playing.
I tried running your playlist last night. It doesn't work because it just stops. After
YouTube, you have to be on top of it, Alfonso, for it to work, because YouTube is doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I start running my playlist, and it will go to somebody else.
Yeah. Another thing was happening.
Related.
I need to tell you that we gotta be careful when we ask others to run people's playlists.
Yeah.
Because I got an email a while back from YouTube saying that I had invalid traffic.
Yeah, you got to be really, really careful. And see, I don't run everybody on my playlist. I run channels that watch me or are on my live on my playlist. A lot of channels get upset when you stop watching them, but they're not coming to your channel. So, after a while, you can't watch everybody anyway.
Right.
I try to watch the new channels that come through and friend them, but I wait about a week. So a week or two.
Talk about running playlists. That could cause invalid traffic, and that's when YouTube takes away the hours.
Yeah. So when you run a straight playlist, like the master playlist or something like that, sometimes that can be considered invalid traffic. Yes. So I don't do that anymore. There's still channels that are doing it, and you can't do anything about what somebody else is doing. And so YouTube actually is punishing the channel it's happening to, which isn't fair. But they're doing what they have to do on their end. But
they want to protect the advertisers.
Right. Hush.
Yeah.
I've got.
Guess what I got with me today?
I see.
How are you?
Hey, sweetie.
I got expelled from school.
I thought you were going to be good.
Well, I got caught cheating on my test.
Uh-oh. Coco.
I got caught cheating. And
you got caught cheating. Come here, Roscoe. Come here, Roscoe.
I was looking over the shoulder of a blind person. Looking for the answer to this magnifier.
Well, I thought he was going to come up here, but he didn't. Coco, want to get up here with Mama? Come on. Maybe you won't bump my table. Come on. There we go.
So I got expelled.
You got expelled. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, cheating on a test is very serious.
Yeah. Rudy's in the basement. Let Rudy come up.
Now my probation officer could be very upset with me.
Oh, goodness.
Hello, Pipe Bud.
Hey, Rudy.
Hello. Pipe Bud.
Rudy,
Can I
You see
speak
the
to Pipe
chicken,
Bud?
Rudy? The chicken up there talking to you, Rudy.
Lorenzo,
Oh, hello. Hello.
they expelled
Can I
me.
speak to Pipe Bud?
She's gone down already. Piedmont's gone
I was-
down.
I wanted to ask her where was she in the year 14 and 39.
Well, if she's in
But
the
I
chat,
don't
maybe
would
she'll type.
But I would imagine someone here has like 390 videos, 390 something videos.
I don't know. What are you doing?
Because we know that 14 times 3 equals 39. And when we divide 39 into 3, it equals 14. Pizza. Betty.
This is Cocoa Bean, and Cocoa Bean is 4 years old this year. We celebrate her birthday on February the 14th because we don't know her exact birthday, but we got her when she was 8 months old.
She'll be going to kindergarten pretty soon, right?
Yeah, she'll
Yeah.
be going to kindergarten. She needs to go to
So
kindergarten and
mine's-
learn some manners.
We don't teach manners here in the city.
You can swap playlists, but I don't. Hang on, y'all.
So is that map right? Pizza. Betty. So is there a February 39th? Hello?
No,
So is there a you heard of February the 39th?
no.
Hillbilly knows what February 39th means.
I never heard of February 39.
Yeah. Yeah, because it gets frustrated whenever it gets to not to have those numbers on the calendar date, like day 39, day 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, something like that. But I want to know, how did they not make any calendar dates not to go that high? The only way I could get the KHTB day on the calendar is if there's a 5, because that would be the channel to watch it on Xfinity. You don't have no cable service, Xfinity or something like that?
I don't have cable anymore. We cut that a long time ago. We are a minimalist when it comes to bills, paying money out of pocket kind of things. We try to cut out anything that we don't actually have to have. So we don't.
So this hillbilly knows what those February 39 means?
No, I don't.
But is there such thing as that date?
No,
Why not?
because February doesn't have that many days in it. This year is leap year. We have 29, but normally it only has 28 days.
Yes. Is that the reason? Is that why I say 14 times 3 equals 39? If 14 times 3 equals 39, then that means 14 times 4 equals 53, because we know 12 fours is 49. Is that true or false?
No. I would say that's false.
Yeah.
Because 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is not going to end in a 9.
4 is not going to end with a
So, Susan,
3.
what
It's
can I
the
do
same
about
thing when
my?
I say,
Hang on, Rudy. What did you say, Alfonso?
So, what can I do about my chicken being expelled now?
I don't know. That's bad chicken.
he says 4.
Put that chicken in timeout.
He says.
Wilma, we have a Roku box. We don't use it very often. That's the only smart TV we have. We use it occasionally. I am an Amazon Prime member. I can use Prime to watch free movies and stuff, but we don't really watch that many movies. It's there when we have company or something. We can pull up something we don't have in our collection, but it's just not something that we do. Like I said, we do bare bones living for most of it. Our main bills would be the utility bill, the car insurance, gas in the car kind of thing.
Yeah, the only bill I have is my parts of my electric, utility, gas, water, and then my phone bill and
Right.
internet.
Phone bill, internet.
I don't have car insurance, nothing like that.
Yeah, the phone bill, our phone bill is actually fairly cheap because we use Cricket, and then our internet service is fairly cheap because we have a company here called Aeneas, and it's through our utility company now, and so we get it at a much cheaper rate. Or I wouldn't be on here, because I tell you what, that 3-letter company that was Bell South at one time that everybody loves to hate. They went up so high on their bill. We were paying almost $200 a month for internet. And I cut that too. I said, nope, we're not doing it. And then they came and we did it that way. So we had our phone and everything through them, and we got rid of that. I was like, nope, we're not doing this anymore. Plus they lied to me, because when I bought my phone, I wanted more memory, and they gave me one with less memory, and they told me it had more memory than it did. And then when I got home and I was fiddling with it and looked, I said, oh, this doesn't have the memory that I had on my old phone. So yeah, we try to cut all that stuff out. And I don't watch TV during the day now. I mean, I have really cut my TV time down to a minimum. Wilma says she's doing so good on the decluttering. That's awesome. Yeah, you gotta change those services every so often, because you can find better deals out there.
We got rid of DirecTV years ago. 4 years ago we had we had Xfinity, we switched to DirecTV, then a year later we got rid of DirecTV.
Yeah, we have the old analog, the antenna TV.
The antenna.
We have over the air
TV. That's a network.
And I watch Grit because I like the old westerns, and I like MeTV because I like the old shows. I don't care for the new TV shows. I really don't.
I know.
Thanks for coming in, Andy, and thanks so much for your gift today. I really appreciate that. Rudy still there?
Yes, I'm still here, but yeah, why do you think that is? When I was saying about the math question,
I don't know, Rudy. You have to tell me. I'm a little dense sometimes.
Yeah, because of the 14 and times 3 then equals 39, and it's the same when I'm saying 2 times 27 equals 52. That's the same thing as I say, because you're adding a quarter to each number.
Right. And see, I haven't been in school in many, many years, so my math facts are not as good as they used to be. I really need to sit down and start doing math. I used to do math problems every day just to keep myself up.
But here's the thing now. Nowadays, kids don't even know how to use math. They rely on a calculator for
Okay.
their phone.
Trying to come up for a test run. Let me drop my link again. Hang on just a minute, Jerry. You catch that link and it should pull you into the basement. Oh, I want to see the painting too, Dee Dee. That would be nice. That would be
So
very,
how's the hill? So as hillbilly, I see that you had comments on my video for the questions.
I try to do comments on some of the videos, Rudy. I don't always get to do comments on everything. I wish I could. Some of your videos are so short that by the time I type it, it's moved on to another video. But I try to stop it so I can go ahead and get my comment in there for you. So yeah, we have a lot of open collaboration videos that you can be putting out on your channel. I see Jerry coming up. We're going to let Jerry talk for a bit, guys.
Okay.
So hang on just a minute. It says device not connected yet, so I'm waiting for him to come up.
Oh, I like Me TV. You know, Me TV is a.
Yeah, I like Me TV. I like watching.
It's a network that's owned by Wygo Broadcasting. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Is it Wygo or Wygo?
I don't know. I also like going to the metv.com because I go on there and play their games.
Oh yes, and what is your favorite Me TV television series? Did you view The Facts of Life and Different Strokes on Me TV back when it was on Me TV?
A lot of shows over the years. I watched those. I have to say that I liked Little House on the Prairie, The Waltons, Bonanza, shows like that more than any of the others. Now I do like watching the mystery channels, the mystery shows. In the Heat of the Night, and what is the other one that's on right now with Andy Griffith, where he's the lawyer? I like watching those as well.
Oh, Matlock. It's Matlock.
Matlock, yeah. I like watching those, but I don't watch them all the time because I can get consumed in the TV and not do the chores that I need to be doing every day. So I have turned off my tube, and basically when I'm doing a watch list on here, my watch later list, I don't go to other people's channels and do a watch list any longer. I just do my mixed videos that I want to listen to, because I'm usually listening. I'm not really watching because I'm busy. But I listen to videos during the day. And then when my husband comes home, everything gets turned off. I don't do a whole lot on the internet at night unless I'm working on a video that I'm uploading. Grit is a good channel. I like watching Grit. I like watching all the old Westerns, especially the, what is his name? Oh, my brain is farting today. John Wayne, Marie O'Hara. I like those movies. One of his favorite movies of his that I love watching has got to be The Quiet Man. A Quiet Man or The Quiet Man. I love that movie. I didn't say Pope, but I'll say it for you now, Rudy. Yeah, I like Clint Eastwood, and I like watching I'm surprised sometimes at some of the movie stars I see in these old westerns, because I didn't ever notice them in the old westerns until I grew up, until I got older. My favorite comedian back in the day was Red Buttons. I like watching him.
John Paul. What is a John Paul? You have heard of that name, John Paul? Pope?
Yeah, Jerry, you're just not connected, my friend.
Yeah, I've heard of the.
You need to connect your mic before you can add to stream. So Jerry, let's see.
The plane. You remember that? Do you remember that series, The Plane?
I'm gonna try to play a song, but it might not sound good because I don't have the full system set up.
The plane.
Yeah, that was a good show back in the day.
Yeah, you heard of. Can you say? Does the hillbilly knows John Paul?
No, I don't know John Paul.
He was a
Never
pope.
met him
John
personally.
Paul II.
Never met him personally.
I've never seen him.
Boy, I can't type. I put mead instead of need. I think Alfonso wants to play. Yeah, the rifleman. Oh, yeah. Chuck Connors. He was a tall drink of water, wasn't he, ladies? I enjoy watching him. And his son on there, what is his real name? He just passed away not too long ago. He did a lot of music.
I'm gonna play the old rugged cross since from in the Easter season, basically.
Yeah. Pa. Jerry, if you can hear me, you need to connect your mic before coming up. And your cam. Love watching the Lone Ranger.
Periods that you could have an elective.
I'm sorry, Wilma. Hey, Jerry.
Hello. Figured out again.
Let Alfonso finish playing this out, and then we'll talk. Thank you very much, Alfonso. Wilma, we're going to be praying for you, my friend, because I know it's hard.
How did it sound? Did it sound good? Did it sound good over there? Or?
It did. We got Jerry on board now. We're going to let Jerry talk for a couple of moments.
Well, thank you. I can't be in here but a minute because there's no school this week, and I got my child here. So
I understand that.
I don't know if y'all may remember from last year, but she's autistic, so my time is limited with around her.
Right.
So
they come first.
To work, I had to do a bunch of stuff to fix it. So hopefully next week or week after, I can get on here and have a longer talk and visit.
That'll be wonderful. I'd love that. So how are things in your neck of the woods?
Very warm today. We're going to go out late tonight for supper and go get some a few things from town. I got to stop by somebody's house to come out. So it's going to be a late night for us. But other than that, waiting on school to start back next week.
Yep, it's 69 degrees outside now here. We're having spring early. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. It was 38 when I got up this morning, which was a little bit warmer than what we have been having. And we didn't have to turn our well light on. We have a faulty well switch that if we don't turn a light on when the temperatures drop below freezing, it freezes up and then we have no water.
Wow.
So
I could imagine Hillbilly at 36 or 94.
So we end up having to keep that light on when it's below freezing. But we finally figured it out, and he even switched off the switch on it and got a stronger switch, and it still does the same thing. But the well is old. This property's been here 30 or 40 years. I'm living in an old mobile home.
The house we moved from 3 years ago was over 100 years old, and I had nothing but well except tank pipe problems. But I'm going to get off here because you hear in the background. I got to get off here. But thanks for letting me on and trying it out today.
Give her a hug from the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. We love you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Yeah, we understand when you got children with special needs, and they should come first. And I give Jerry big kudos for that. And I appreciate his time with us. What are the weather numbers for? Well, you type in weather and your zip code, and it will tell you what your weather is in your area. And it's just something cool that you can do with Nightbot. And you can always drop the word Hillbilly, and it'll pull up your link. I'll drop mine real quick.
Yeah, then, and I could say that. Imagine the Hillbilly at 94 degrees or 36.
Well, if I make it to 94, I will be old and gray, I'm sure. I wish I was 36 again, but then again, I don't.
No, I'm talking about the weather being that high.
Oh, 94, I'd be sweating. I'd probably be sitting in the house with the fan blowing on me and the air conditioner. I don't do good with hot temperatures. I really don't do good with cold temperatures either. The cold temperatures is the arthritis I don't do good with. The hot temperatures, it's the other autoimmune stuff that I have. I don't do well with. My best temperature is 70 degrees.
70.
70, I'm happy. Any other?
Earlier you mentioned 69.
Any other temperature, I'm just kind of like, just barely getting by kind of thing. So I have to watch how I do with the temperatures because my body doesn't regulate it properly. That's part of the autoimmune that I deal with. So I have to watch when I'm outside. That's why y'all don't see me outside a whole lot on my channel because of the autoimmune issues that I have. Yeah, the cold really bothers the arthritis. It's really, really bad. And then I have other issues where it's the opposite.
Yeah, and And that was
The
sound.
next
Then
song
was
is
that
gonna
a
say
funny
"God on the
year?
Mountain."
Oh, hey, Alfonso, just remember
Yeah,
it's got to be a public domain song.
yeah. This is an old one.
Okay. And then I'll still probably have to go and mute you later on. I hate doing that.
Yeah, because the false claim,
Yeah. So that's one of the things with YouTube when he comes on and plays, y'all. I love listening to Alfonso play, and he could play all day long for me, and I'd be happy, happy, happy. But if they catch it and they want to throw a copyright claim on me, then I go and I just mute his music during that portion, which messes up the video quality, in my opinion. And he's playing public domain music, but other countries are paying for that, and so that they'll put that copyright claim out there.
See, we're the
So,
only country in the world that has public domain. We don't have that.
yeah.
Other countries don't have it.
All right, go ahead and play. Awesome, awesome. Y'all, we've been on here for an hour and 45 minutes. I'm going to close it out. Nobody has dropped any prayer requests today, although we are going to be praying for Wilma. She got very touched while you were playing the first hymn that you played a while ago. And we understand that certain things can make you mourn or bring back memories and make you mourn. So we do understand that. You will be in my
do
thoughts and
apologize.
prayers throughout the week. So thank you, Lord, for this day. Friends
Thank you.
that have come through the chat today, Father, we lift Wilma up to you, Father, and we ask you to comfort her and give her peace that surpasses all understanding today. Father, if there's anybody out there that doesn't know Jesus today, let this be the day that they come to know him. Father, we thank you for our friends that have come up on panel today. We are so, so blessed by so many good friends through this media called YouTube. And who would have ever thought that we would be together today like we are? Father, we give you all honor and glory. And we thank you for this week and the upcoming days. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, friends, for being with us. Christy is still without a car, and y'all keep praying for her as well. Be blessed, everybody. Thank you, Rudy and Alfonso, for coming up. Alfonso, if you would just go
The
ahead and play us
hillbilly
out.
dude.
Yeah,
Does
I'll play
my
that way.
hillbilly does hillbilly likes to eat Jack in the Box?
Well, lost them both. Bye, y'all.
Hello.